Broadcasting basically live from the monastery of Garrick Mach, it's your boy, a talking Marshmallow, who's been recently recruited to the Blue Lions because Dimitri is so cool. Anyway, so today we're going to have a little talk about the wonders of protecting your friends, because we all know that I fight for my friends. It's a very important task, and it's been in other games for a long time. Frankly, it surprises me that it took so long for Fire Emblem Heroes to finally have this skill. It's called Cover in other games, but in this game, it's called Savior. Now, before we go in depth about the wonders of Savior, let us go and pay our respects to the new opening that we now have for summoning banners. Behold. Wow, it's so mechanical. It reminds me of like the Machine Army from Power Rangers. So anyway, today we get to see Gustav. He's very mad. He has an axe and he swings it around. He wears a Roman outfit and he does something really cool. He fights for his son. Wow! Did you see that? How's that even logically possible? A red unit being attacked by a red unit, but then protected by a green unit? Does that even make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. But that's okay, because Gustav is very strong, and he doesn't give a shit about the whole green unit having this, weakness to red units. And this guy even has an advantage. But that's okay. It doesn't matter, because Gustav is strong, and this guy has no face, and he clearly is inferior to that of Gustav. Of course, it's just because it's a showcase video. Any other time, he'll get his ass murdered. But that's, besides the point. Now, protection. This is called DR Near Save, and it gives the wonders that is the Savior buff. Now, I believe that besides from a C skill, it'll probably be something that may proc in other situations as well, given that it's specifically called Savior. Perhaps later there'll be other units that can use this. But for the time being, it is on a C slot. And this is something, like I said, I've been waiting for a long time. So, ER Near Save. If a foe uses a sword, lance, axe, dragon stone, or beast damage, trigger initiating. So, in other words, if this guy comes at you with a melee attack, Gustav will protect you. Gustav has close defense 4. Gustav is perfectly set up, ready to defend you from the evil that is a melee attack. The Loyalist axe as well is pretty damn disgusting, because the fact that if the foe initiate combat, which they will, because, you're protecting your friends, if a foe has HP of 75%, greater or equal to 75% at the start of combat, inflicts attack and death -6. The usual stuff, we already seen this, but this is still as usual, having attack -6 is so strong that they're now attaching it to pretty much every weapon that they see. And on top of this, if they can use a follow-up attack, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 75%. That's pretty damn strong. And think about it like this. If this axe was inheritable, and Brave Edelgard gets it, it'll be the second coming of Bike. Of course, Bike doesn't give a shit about any of that, and comes with all that stuff already, because Bike is stupid, and a stupid unit, and there's no reason for him to get a resplendent skin, but that's okay, because I use Bike all the time. I still don't understand why there are people who are so stupid, who thought that Speed Bike doesn't work, and then I destroyed them in Aether Raids, teach them the error of their ways, but that's not what we're here about today. Today, we're here to give thanks to Gustav, who's going to protect us. So he's no Bike. I'm going to give the skill to Bike. Well, maybe. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, so Crafty Fighter, as you all know, is a wonderful, wonderful B skill. Gives you guard and allows you to go and have quick repose. And a mere 25%. It's like Quick Repose 7, 8, or 9 at this point. But that's okay, He's a stupid armor unit. Armor units are stupid. They only get to move one space at a time, so it's okay, no problem. But anyway, this is the inferior version. In my opinion, the better version is the one that helps you against range attacks. Still, You never know when time comes where you need to defend your friends from a melee attack. Well, there you go. Gustav, or whoever inherited the skill, is your man. They also get Death Res +4. This kind of setup is perfect for this kind of role. Now, I think that these kinds of units are kind of... how should I put it? For front lines. In most cases, they probably don't have to worry about it. I think that this horrible skill, and I don't mean horrible by like it's bad or anything, I mean like evil and powerful, came as a result of dealing with cav lines. Cav lines are very evil in Aether Raids. I use them. I should know. I run 4 Bernadettas sometimes. And then I use that healer thing that I invented, that I toss my stupid guys around and use the Sarah to go and do the bad things to people. Hey, you want to go and stop me from dancing? Nah, you can go suck my nut. That sort of thing. So, that is why these kinds of skills are now much, much more greater in uses, and it's a lot scarier to have. I feel like they're here to completely shut down this kind of technique. Of course, not the melee version. The melee version can just go straight to hell. The only thing you're going to save is... actually, you know, now that I think about it, this could be kind of interesting. Alright, so think about it like this, alright? Say, for example, my pal... I don't know, my pal... Super Marshmallow gets attacked. And then Elliewood tries to go and, you know, use the whole stupid fucking, what's it called again? Lunge, and drag Super Marshmallow to a horrible, horrible situation where they get attacked and destroyed by the entire team. Well, if, say, Gustav were to get in the way, what will happen? Will Gustav be the one who gets dragged away? Or will it not even work? I mean, the skill says, unit enters combat in ally's place. So does that mean he literally gets transported like 3 spaces away by the evil forces, or more, by the evil forces of Elliewood with lunge. And then Gustav will be the one who gets completely destroyed, or maybe he'll probably survive, against the whole entire enemy team. That begs the question. I'm actually very interested in trying that out. So when the skill comes out, if I get this, I might look into this. I am not entirely sure if I'm going to summon and specifically try to get near save, because like I said earlier, near save is kind of iffy. It's not what I need. It's the far save that I want. So if you or anyone you know gets DR near save, please get on your knees and beg them to try it out with Elliewood and see what happens, or anyone with lunge, and see what happens. I want to know if the protected unit gets sent to the Shadow Realm, or the original unit gets sent to the Shadow Realm. It would be a very interesting topic. I like to see what happens. But I have to think about this because I don't have enough orbs. I don't know if I want to spend more money than I already did, because I recently plus 10 Sarah, and then I recently went and summoned for Ceros, and now this, and then there's that Hero Fest that's coming up. I have some problems. I have my hands full, so if you guys can help, please. I'll even get on my knees. I'll suck your dick. Anything, please. Just let me know. Now, next one. Oh, what do you know? Oh my god, dude, Gustav murdered that man. Who would have thunk, right? And now we have Henriette, Sharena's mom.
I'm Alfonse and Sharena's mother.
Yeah, there you go. See, she actually mentioned Sharena. Like, I don't even think Gustav probably mentions that. It's like,
protected my children ably, so you've protected my children ably so far. You've protected to express my gratitude to you.
all right, well, that's. I suppose it's not specific this time. And anyway, all right. So mother here has the far save. The far save is very interesting because most of Cav lines uses a range attacks. The only exception is maybe an Elliewood, but Elliewood is kind of like distantly challenged. so he doesn't exactly follow through with everyone. But Eliwood has his own set of defenses, as explained earlier, with Lunge. So if you have Far Save, I think it's much more superior because you can cover a much larger range. And you know what? It even gives you attack and res +4. Instead of dev res, you just literally get an attack as well. And attack is far more valuable. I've been thinking about getting joint... Well, actually, I do have joint drive attack on my bike because my bike has Spurn for dinner. And the poor Chris was no match for bike and had no choice but to be eaten and his life force given to the bike. But hey, look at this. It looks like Mother here has inherited weapon. Within 2 space of an ally, inflict attack res -5 on foe during combat. Well, unfortunately, Far Save does have some problems. AR is not exactly for bike, but I do... actually, no, wait a minute. Shit. I'm getting things mixed up. Forgive me. The AR attack res -5 isn't for bike, but the AR Far Save certainly is. Yeah, you gain resistance. I don't know why I suddenly thought that minus something. I guess the Unity Bloom gave me brain damage. But hey, you know, it also heals if you do damage to units during combat. So this is a very good and inheritable weapon, but it's not likely going to be You're not likely going to be inheriting Unity Blooms. You're going to be inheriting Far Save. Yeah, I think I'm going to be slapping down onto bike, but there is... I don't know. See, thing is that I'm still very much a big fan of Pulse, of Pulse Smoke in particular, because that can stop a certain amount of skills, that can stop Gale Force. It's still very valuable. I have to think about it. But then again, you know, generally when people come up, they attack, they might not even be within range of another attacker. So the most specifically, I probably can only stop Gale Force. And when that happens, it's a melee unit. I'm going to get sent to the Shadow Realm anyway. So maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe I'll just go and remove my Pulse Smoke that I so painstakingly gotten and replace it with Far Save. In fact, I might just summon on this banner for Far Save. I have to think about it. Because I'm thinking about building another tank for Aether Raids. Maybe even the 2 tanks for Aether Raids. So I'm thinking about like running 2 tanks in each season, so 4 tanks in all. It's a little bit costly to develop, but in doing so, I can protect myself from all kinds of unusual assault from the likes of myself, honestly, because I'm using stupid cav lines, I'm using stupid healers, I'm using all kinds of stupid shit. This is a rather unfortunate thing, to be honest with you. I like this skill a lot, but it's really unfortunate because it shuts down, well, my favorite defense. And let me tell you, right now, player phase Aether Raids is much stronger than defense, despite that, you know, we have these new and fun techniques, especially with the whole 7th unit getting dance and can move again kind of thing. There's a bit of a weakness for cav line. Just there's always a weakness for defense in general, because defense is well, operated by AI. AI do stupid things, even though you can kind of manipulate the AI a little bit. The enemy, the player, can manipulate them better. So for the most part, I feel that player-based Aether Raids is far superior than defense. In any case, this will make it even easier. It'll put you to sleep, and I'm kind of interested to know who can actually inherit this. Oh, say for example, maybe Elise can inherit it. I mean, Elise is great at this technique. I saw the way she protected Corin. I saw the way she did it. That was amusing. That was amazing. And when Elise took the blow, she revived and became the evil Dark Overlord Elise. But that's story for another time. In any case, she died a horrible, painful death, and that is because she tried taking an attack that is physical in nature. So this might be very useful if you want to have some kind of magic tank set up, or just have a general tank. I think it's a good way to cover a unit's deficit. You know how there are some units that are just like so fucking strong that, you know, defense is everything for them, or they have no defenses whatsoever, but they're good at other roles, like breaking shit or something like that. You can put them behind the tank, or you can put you can move in, or so for some reason you have to be in front of the tank. Well, then you have far save to do it. Hey, wait a minute, I'm just kind of rambling. You can do anything with this goddamn far save. But what the most important thing is, the whole reason, entire reason why I want the skill, even more than anything else in the world, is because once upon a time, there was a Lucina, and Lucina was shitty. But Lucina one day decides that she's gonna be not shitty anymore and gets refined. And since then, she has her 2 spaces breath for, well, martial weapons only, and became God of the Universe, along with Bike. And together, they destroyed many Aether Raids and sent people stupid enough to challenge them straight to the Shadow Realm. Well, now, with this, I can perhaps ask, Nah for help. I can sacrifice her as use her, but probably sacrifice her, and slap on that infantry breath onto someone else, and I'll be protected, because I'm going to be right next to my unit, my friends, and you know what? If you're right next to them, how are you going to get hit by another melee attack, unless they somehow outmaneuver you so badly that they can get behind or flank you and hit you? That's not likely going to happen, especially not with AI. So far save is superior in that, in which the ranged unit that could otherwise hit your infantry breath person, have no choice but to get a face full of shit from the likes of Supreme, Ultimate, God King Bike, or whichever tank that you like to develop. Now, I'm also doing this because my Bike is great, but my Belith isn't. My Belith has a supreme weakness. His only weakness. He's good at everything. But God, Emperor Belith has a problem with his resistance. His resistance is kind of meager, and although I have damage reduction, he still takes a lot of damage. And on top of this, he's red, so the likes of the Reinhardt, Ophelia will give him a lot of trouble. So I'm thinking having 2 tanks that can do this, they can cover each other. Maybe having Nagi or some shit tank the evil forces of Ophelia. And then Belith is okay. Then he can focus on himself, on tanking more important things like the rest of the enemy team. I'm thinking about doing that. Or they can both use AR far save for different things. I have to consider this because it could also turn into a rather messy situation where Belith tank things that he's not supposed to be tanking. So maybe only one of them will use far save. I'm still kind of thinking about it. It's something that has mine lately. But I'll probably give Nagi far save rather than Belith. Belith can probably still use his pulse smoke. But anyway, I've gone and talked too much about this already. I'm sure you can all come up with other things in your imagination or imaginary situations where these kinds of things will happen, and you can think about it there then. Alright, let's see what our boy with the twig legs can do. Wow, hey, look, hey, everybody look, everyone look, he's the goddamn demote unit that nobody cares about. He's been made purposely shitty, and that is very sad. Using the same Amity Blooms, though? Oh, Unity and Amity, okay. Attack, res -5, yeah. This one is attack, res -5. Oh, hey, wait a minute, it's the same goddamn effect. What the fuck? Anyway, he blows. Yeah. That's great. Let's go to the next unit. Now, this is interesting. Their special intro with their faces and such, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. So this one. First thing I obviously looked at was Fatal Smoke. Fatal Smoke is kind of amusing, but is Fatal Smoke good? I don't know about that. The thing is that when the first thing I looked at Fatal Smoke, I thought of, okay, alright, maybe I'll give it to Gay Clown Kronya, because Gay Clown Kronya, when she hits someone, and they can't heal, they will immediately have to deal with Gay Clown Kronya's Vantage, among other things. So having Fatal Smoke means that Gay Clown Kronya can do as she pleases without having to worry about enemy healing. The problem with that is that she actually has to go into combat, and the range is also kind of iffy, can't inflect the entire enemy team with it. I've been looking for something that keeps enemy from recovering HP, but not like this. I need it like map-wide, like someone farted in the gym and gets it all over the place in the entire Aether Raids. Then I can use Gay Clown Kronya to sweep the entire team with the 5 Duma defenses, and they can't do shit about it. Right now, hey, if they heal, okay, fine. I might have some problems, but sometimes Gay Clown Kronya can overcome them. But why even have a headache with this and just have Gay Clown Kronya deal with people who can't heal? See, that's the way things should be, and I've been looking for something that inflicts this deep wounds effect, but not from Fatal Smoke, because Fatal Smoke needs you to attack first, the range is not enough, and by then the enemy would have healed. So it's kind of, yeah, unless I can... No. If I enter combat already, it's already too late. So as a smoke skill goes, I think Panic and Pulse Smoke is probably still superior. I mean, you can feel free to prove me wrong, but I feel that Fatal Smoke is kind of iffy. Its uses are kind of situational. Maybe not even niche. Maybe I wouldn't even think of a place to use it. Maybe I'm just like kind of not thinking right now, but I suppose the original hero could probably use it a little better. Let's see. What does the dual hero use? Pujalfi. Alright, so this stupid weapon gives units within 3 grant attack and during combat, okay, and guarantee attack and lose the percentage to foes. Oh, okay, alright. Alright, okay, so this evil being can actually punch through tanks that reduces damage. So say I'm Supreme Ultimate God King Bike. I have 70% reduced damage due to the evil that is Bujalfti. Now I reduce a meager 35%. But after combat, a unit attack, you deal 20 damage to nearest ally. A foe would reduce damage to 45 shield. So that's basically what I just explained. So yeah, that's kind of adorable, and it seems like they like to round up with regards to this. Alright, so you can't reduce, so it rounds up to the damage they can reduce that. So instead of like 22, it goes to 23. Odd numbers are funny, always round up. Although, when it comes to damages that you do from bonfire and such, you round down. I feel that this is because players gets fucked while foes doesn't get fucked. So foes get to round up, players gets to round down. Anyway, I'm just things that don't necessarily matter. But hey, you know, it's always good to know. So yeah, they kill this ultimate, and now they're gonna unleash their secret ancient ultimate final technique. Their dual skill! Deals damage to foes within 3 spaces, equals 10, so that's already kind of stupid. Plus 50% of the total damage dealt to HP of allies. Okay, so allies are all badly hurt. You can now release your hate and inflict attack speed -7 to foes within 3 spaces, and also do 40 damage. That's pretty disgusting. I find that highly amusing, and 3 spaces is a pretty massive range. Yeah, show me how big that range is. So there you have it. It's pretty much like half of the map. And in doing so, you wound your enemies.
Take it.
We insist.
And then this fucking asshole Gay Clown Kronya shows up out of nowhere and kills the entire enemy team. The end. So maybe it would have been better if they reduced defenses rather than crippling enemy offense skills. But then again, they're, you know, guys with like HP of 1 is as good as dead. And if you have dual indulgence, you can do it again. But generally, you use dual skills in a decisive moment. Just like how when you play Advanced Wars, you use your CO power at a decisive moment. And send the enemy to the Shadow Realm. In one decisive blow. Generally, I don't really like using dual... what was that fucking name that I just called again? Abundance and... You know what I'm talking about. The one that you can use dual skills twice. Generally, I don't like using that one because you have to wait a turn to use it again. And by that time, it's kind of irrelevant. And... yeah, they're cavalry too. Oh, that's pretty nasty. Cavalry range unit. That's really nasty. It's actually kind of disgusting. Especially since they are red and they like to reduce my defenses. My bike may have met its match. But probably not, because he only reduces the thing by half. If they reduces it all the way, maybe I'll be a little scared. But reducing by half? You thought you could stop Supreme Ultimate God King bike with that? You can suck my nut. And then Veronica is the Tempest Trials unit, and that's cute. Maybe she'll go in the Cav line if she's... But she's probably not. She probably follows the same weapon and skills as the others, and Alfonse probably even shittier. I don't know why they need to shaft Alfonse so much, but that's okay. You know what? It's better than Sharena. Sharena doesn't even appear because Sharena is unloved and Gustav doesn't give a shit about her. So let's see, when does this banner even start? Oh, hey, 2/4/2021. So like tomorrow. It lasts for a whole month. Oh, that's kind of doable. Yep. Alright, so there you have it. So there is the love of the king. I went on a whole rant about covering others again. I really... This conversational style thing is... I always doubt myself if it's if it's good, because I wonder if people actually listen to all that shit. But apparently, from the CYL thing, people do. So I'll stick with this for a little bit. Anyway, I thank you all for listening to me, a talking marshmallow, talk a whole bunch of nonsense. Hopefully you have gained some insights, and you'll know what I'll do when this banner comes out, because this is... Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait. We'll see. But you know, I gotta say, that's really dick move. This banner is dick move. Really, really big dick move. Look at this shit, okay? Color share. Good thing that Henriette and Henriette is actually a good unit. I mean, the far defense is actually better than the near defense. Luckily, we have that, because otherwise the color share would fuck me in the ass. Say if I wanted a close share, which, like I said, I'm not going to get right away, or maybe even at all, especially, you know, because Alfonse is fucking in the way. Yeah, maybe I'll just let someone else do it. Like I said, I'll get on my knees, suck your dick, if you can just tell me what it does. Maybe I won't, because I'm just a marshmallow. You don't want a marshmallow sucking your dick. That's not normal. You shouldn't do that. You should put your dick in a blender instead. So anyway, that's about it for a little discussion. Henriette and the Lif and Alfonse Veronica duel. It will probably be the one that I'm summoning for on red. And I probably will run into a lot of accidents. The rates will probably also blow. But hopefully we have the 4-star special. But I think they said that it's not coming until the Hero Fest. So I might have to do the bad things with the bad orbs again. I don't want to do that. Please, God have mercy on my soul. I thank you all for watching. Until next time.